United Republic of Tanzania introduced multi-party politics in its electoral process in 1992. Since 2006, the country's economy has enjoyed an annual growth of 6.7%, making it one of the best in sub-Saharan Africa. Tanzania's eastern region is today Africa's second largest economy. The country's fourth general elections took place on October the 31st. Although the Zanzibar archipelago is part of Tanzania, it has its own constitution and electoral law. Residents choose their own government and president. Following an invitation from the government of Tanzania, an election observation mission of the European Union went to observe the general elections. 100 observers were deployed across the country to observe all phases of the election process. A core team of 6 experts went to Tanzania a month before Election Day to observe the preparations. 22 long-term observers from 19 European countries worked in teams of 2 to cover the main regions. They were joined by a further 42 short-term observers a few days before Election Day. During the observation mission, the EU observers met with local electoral officials, politicians, civil society organizations and the voters. They followed the campaigning, Election Day, the complaints and appeals process and the announcement of results. The EU observation mission observes the extent to which elections comply with national laws and international commitments and principles for democratic elections.
Election Day unfolded in a calm manner, and overall the EU observers rated the process as either good or satisfactory in 95% of the polling stations observed on the mainland and in Zanzibar. And it's in this context we'd like to make the following observations. The requirement that candidates must be members of and proposed by political parties to stand for the general elections is not in conformity with international principles.
The strong control exercised by the ruling party was a cause for concern to the EU observers. Despite this, Tanzania remains one of the few African countries that has experienced peaceful political change over the long term.